Hello, I'm really sorry that I cannot be with you in person today, but I wanted to take this opportunity to talk to you about the damage in retail and the uncomfortable truth about recycling of retail display mannequins. My name is Steve Lister, the founder of stevelister.com, a sustainability consultancy for global brands and retailers, and I've been working on sustainability in retail for over 20 years. I'm also the global head of sustainability for Popeye UK and Ireland, which is a progressive industry association supporting brands and retailers on their sustainability journey. And part of their global network of associations, I've also been a judge on many of their retail awards around the world, seeing the very best of retail design. I've also been recognised and awarded for my passion for sustainability in retail, and both as a consultant, as an influencer, to inspire long-term sustainable change to global brands and retailers. I'm also proud to have worked with some of the world's biggest brands and retailers, inspiring their teams to make truly impactful changes to their retail marketing activations, and also proud to be working with Kessler's and Proportion. So first of all, let's look at what gives me the authority to talk about the huge impact retail mannequins have on the environment. So we're just going to take a look at some sustainability recycling reports that I've worked on. I've worked on many projects and reports on recycling to understand the retail waste and taking a deep dive into retailers' waste streams and how to create products and services which can be easily recycled at the back of store or with commercial recycling partners. So these key learnings from these reports have been adopted by Kessler's team and the development of EcoForm. So let's look at the uncomfortable truth about recycling display mannequins. Because it's the industry's sort of dirty secret, really, and that's why they don't really want to talk about it. It makes for uncomfortable conversations. So where do all the retail mannequins end up? So I wanted to just take a closer look and understand the huge problem retail mannequins create for retailers and recycling partners. So traditionally, retail mannequins are made from complex multiple materials like fiberglass, metals, multiple different types of plastic, styrofoams. And these materials are also, they're not biodegradable and they don't really belong in landfill because they're toxic. So let's look at the areas of why they're not recycled. First of all, recycled. Let's look at this. The vast majority are not recycled as they are made of complex unrecyclable materials. I said that just earlier. It is combining different materials together give retailers and recycling partners a problem. Are they incinerated? Well, at best, if they are lucky, they might find their way to be either being burnt or sent to waste to energy plants and incinerated. But really, the reality here is that landfill, the probability is that they'll end up in landfill sites around the world, which creates huge environmental issues. So why is it a problem for retailers to actually recycle mannequins? So let's just break this down into three component parts and explain the reason why it is a problem. It is a problem because when you look at this, let's look at recyclers first. Existing mannequins give current global recyclers and their infrastructures a problem. And the reason why this is recyclers don't like complex multiple materials, like I explained before. Once you put all those different materials together, they're very hard to recycle. And then we look at recycling rates. Country recycling rates vary hugely across the globe, so the easy option is to send to landfill. So if we look at countries like the UK or Germany or Holland, they have fairly high recycling rates, more than 50%. But in Eastern Europe and countries like Turkey, their recycling rates can be as low as 12%, sometimes lower. And this is due to the infrastructure and the recycling infrastructure not being able to handle difficult materials. And then finally here we have retail apathy. Retailers believe that their mannequins will be recycled by their waste management partners, but their waste management partners find it hard. So the easy route for all of these is to send it to landfill, because it's always someone else's problem, and the problem is passed from partner to partner. So we need to make mannequins easy to recycle. So what's the solution? So we can now look at three elements here which will make retailers and their partners to look at retail mannequins differently. First of all, you need to look at new materials. Use materials that are easy to recycle in existing global recycling infrastructures. So again, making it easy for them to be recycled. Then packaging. Only use sustainable packaging made from 100% recycled brown craft paper boxes or corrugates. This again makes it very easy for things to be recycled either at the back of store or with partners. And then 100% recyclable. By moving away from fiberglass and complex recyclable materials or unrecyclable materials, we will only be able to achieve this by putting this and then having in increased rates of recycling to create a mannequin which is truly a sustainable and recyclable solution. So thank you. I'm going to hand back now to the Kesslers team.